Jeanna Loves Christmas here. Welcome back to the channel for Christmasing, Christmas or University. We're gonna do a whole lot today. Big ornaments and trees, ribboning in a flock tree. We're gonna have so much fun. Sweetheart tweed, that's what we're doing first. Sweetheart tweed, she's beautiful. She's part of the grandma core trend. That's one I just made up, but you're gonna love it. What is that? Grandma core is going to be just something that grandma would love, that when you feel it, it's gonna feel like a big hug, and the hug is gonna smell like chocolate chip cookies. That's what we're doing today. Okay, this tweed is backed, it's beautiful, and we're going to ribbon up the flock tree. Instantly, stark white tree became a chocolate chip smelling hug. Just instantly happened. Oh, she's hopping around today. Light blue velvet. Why am I doing this? I'm working with a few ribbons, so I want to make a few bows so that when I step up here, I can build something nice. Light blue velvet. Now, if we're being honest, this doesn't really meet the light blue. This has a little bit more black in it, if that makes sense. So the tone is like we're in the sea, if the sea was crystal clear. I'm going to use the velvet as a base. It's gonna be the base to the tweed. Why am I doing that? It's going to make the tweed just come off a little. It's just gonna pop off the tree. Also, the velvet is a more affordable ribbon. Don't Google it and play this weird game, how much money is she spending? You take all the fun out of Christmas. You know who you are. I'm going all in with pleated metallic. Rose gold. So I did a double of the blue. I did a single of the tweed because the tweed costs a little bit more money. And then because I'm an affordable and frugal girl, totally not me. But then I'm gonna go in with the rose gold. Pull it all together. Natural glitz. This is pre-cut. I just grabbed it. It was already cut, so I'm going with it. What do you do with your ribbon? You cut your ribbon and you can still use it. And it's just like less work, so it's good. That's 4 ribbons for anybody counting. Normally I would only use 3. Being a little extra today. I'm using this white glittery eucalyptus because I love it. I'm adding pine cones for depth and richness, and I'm going to get all these right here so I can start the top, because when I hop up on this little ladder, I'm not getting down till the top's done. You see what I did there? Maybe nobody could come and help you. Maybe your kids are busy. Maybe your husband's pissed you're putting up your Christmas tree. I don't know, but you could get help and you can help yourself. Double first, going right at the top, 6 inches down. I'm not gonna tuck the top down. Top on this tree gets to stay in play. Wow. That's what it should feel like. One, you should have this tremendous joy, but also it should be instantly, wow. I'm bringing the velvet out. So on a green tree, you always want to tuck your ribbon into the heart of the tree. You want it to come right into the heart so it can pop right out. On a flock tree, the flock tree is a little bit cool inside. So you want your ribbon to come a little further out so it can pop like you want it to. Funny, I like a flock tree so much because I fashion myself relatively warm person. Wow. I want to stop, but I can't because it's so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna do one more. How do I know when to stop? Just whenever it feels right. It's your Christmas tree. Do what you like. So I don't know what the tree looks like because we're just winging it here if you couldn't figure it out. I actually thought I might bring that tweed in, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna go in with the rose gold because I'm looking at her and she's so shimmery. I'm going to attach her I had my bow, my little mini bow. She's going to be attached to one part of the bow, one loop, but I'm going in with one loop. It's going to make the ribbon pop right off. If I tried to get onto the tree itself, my ribbon is going to be not used right. One loop around and then up. Oh yeah, so good. This tree lets you cheat a little bit because it's got all its wild flocking, but inside are those cool bendable branches. Those are the ones I'm using, and I'm always letting the wildness just be wild. Adding some picks for the texture. So gorgeous. This is the season of the pick, okay? Must be the season of the pick. It's the season of the pick because using picks are too expensive. No, they're not. You have to have a pick to have a tree that has all this wild texture. And I don't care if you get your pick on the Dollar Tree. I don't care if you pick it outside. You have to use picks. This is the season. This is a giant pine cone pick. Don't have giant artificial pine cones? Go get some real ones. They're outside, all over the place, just not here in Los Angeles. Do you see? Do you see the topper? Can you see the top of the tree that I made for you? Do you like it? So I'm connecting ribbons. This was the main ribbon, so I put it right into the joint. But a connector ribbon is where you started a little bit deeper in. We're coming in a little bit deeper and we're creating a whole new moment for the ribbon. And that's gonna happen down here, like 6 inches in. That's how deep I'm going. I don't know if you've noticed yet, but the back of the ribbon is also light blue. So something really lovely just happened while I was up there. Also, one of my trends this year, loud luxury was one of my trends. What does that mean? It just means that we're not being so subtle about being sparkly this year, okay? How do you get large items in your tree? Okay, so you are like, she already put presents under the tree. It's not a present, it's a prop holder. So she's going in, and this is how I'm going to balance the weight, because clearly this is a little bit of a heavier item, but it also looks so cute, right? You like it? So I'm gonna open up the flocking. She's going in and getting attached to one of my stronger branches with my wire wrapping around like this. Now they're really heavy. So this is gonna go around till I run out of wire. Normally, that would just be fine. Who's gonna touch the tree? Me. I'm gonna keep touching it and tossing it a lot, but I needed that in there because it makes me happy. That's why. It also completely redistributed the weight. So the top's over here, and the wow, the more wow is over here. What's she doing down there? I took another piece of wire, this is a longer piece, off the roll. All of the things you'd ever want to know about all of the wires that I love are in a video for you. You can watch that at another time. While it may seem like a boring video, it's so smart. Give it a watch. This is going to be wrapped around the bottom, and I'm gonna secure it right inside there. I know I didn't use it, and now that I've put all my wowing moments in, it's not making the cut. So if you are decorating your Christmas tree and all of a sudden you're like, albeit really stunning, all of a sudden it just doesn't work for you, just put it back on its roll and roll right along. Going in with another double, candy cane shape. Pinch like your life depends on it. This is an important part, don't forget it. It's what gives it all of the fun times. This is, you're the fun times. Hard half twist. Only a half twist, reintroducing the beauty, reintroducing, you're pretty too, but reintroducing the beauty. Coming right back up, combining, tucking it in, getting my pleats and my pucker and all of the cute things that we want. Hard half twist, going in with a double. Applause, applause, applause. It's too good. Feel free to celebrate yourself while you're decorating your Christmas tree. If nobody else is cheering you on, cheer yourself on. I'm grabbing the ribbon, lots of slack. Always reintroduce your loop, and then I'm gonna grab my ribbon, just like this. I'm gonna pinch it until I get the pleat, because that's what makes it pop. Then I'm going in, using the branch, and I'm looping it in. And when I'm done, I get all the body, yaddy. Okay, so here's the deal. This tree was a 9-foot tree. It was just way too big. There's a ceiling fan in here. It just looked like it was gonna take the top off. So I had Kyle remove the bottom, and it's a quick connect. So we reassembled, but then it was like a little wobbly because it was a 9-foot tree stand. And so we took some sort of stick, like I helped. There's a couple sticks in there, some zip ties, holding the tree steady. So every time I touch it, it just doesn't do this. And then Kylie's like, you can see the stick. So we put picks in it. So if you have picks in your tree before you ribbon your tree, don't attach to the pick, you attach to the tree. This is the moment where I tell you you have to decorate the back of your Christmas tree, or at least graze it all around the back. Me, I'm gonna graze it with ornaments, but I'm not gonna use the ribbon because obviously this is a tutorial and I have plans for that ribbon. And I wanna also tell you how much ribbon you'd need for this tree. This started out as a 9-foot tree. It's not anymore. I'm gonna call it, it's long because it goes to the ground though. So I'm gonna call it 8-foot tree. Pole's gone. If you notice, it kisses the ground, which is a chef's kiss and looks so beautiful. Custom. So I'm gonna say you need 6 rolls of ribbon. You would have needed 20 yards of the blue, 20 yards of the blue, 20 yards of the sweetheart tweed, and 20 yards of the rose gold. So if you were gonna ribbon the entire tree, you would need 60 total yards. This is a flock tree. A green tree is gonna need more ribbon. But on the flock tree, 60 total yards. 2 rolls of each of these ribbons would be suffice. I'm gonna do something so wild here. So wild. We're joining here, but we're gonna come down and we're gonna meet up. I know I told you to only go in like 6 inches on the tree when you're connecting your ribbon, but if you can see where the ribbon is connecting, we don't like that. We don't want to see it. So just now I could see it and I'm like, oh, it's just aesthetically not right. So I'm gonna take this one a little deeper back because I wanna do something here that I think is gonna focally look so beautiful without competing with that. But only if I do it right. I'm going all the way down to the ground because my tree now hits the ground. I'm gonna roll it up, I'm gonna pull it out, and I'm just gonna let it sit there and be adorable. Why? Because everything you do with your ribbon is art. It's supposed to look different. It's not supposed to be perfect. If it looks perfect, you've probably already DM'd me on Instagram telling me you're frustrated because that's not achievable. But gosh, art is always achievable. Going in next with my biggest ornaments because I'm gonna fill these holes. The tree's a holy tree. And that's good because I listened to some gospel music right before we started. How is she doing that so quickly? Wire, there are two pieces. Two like this. Don't ever take them apart. This is just an example of what not to do. Always leave them together. It's not going anywhere. If you feel like you have to do it twice because you're like that aggressive, just do it. But one twist is fine. That way when you want to take them out, it's out. That's how they're going in so fast. Okay, so I looked at my tree because I'm looking because the room's a little bigger so I can see it. And I see that this side of the tree has a little more junk in the trunk and this side of the tree needs a little more. So I'm going to take my larger ornament and I'm gonna use it right out here. And that should have fixed my problem. So instantly we just fixed it because we do want the tree to look the same diameter all the way around. And when you add in really large items, you have to remember you have to distribute some weight, even if it's not literal weight. It's weighted to the eye. Glass pearl, so beautiful. Wow. Did you see what happened when I put that up there? You're just doing it all on your own. I don't even have to participate any longer. Back to my pattern. 1, 2, where's the next one going? It's here. So we're building a pattern down. Why do we do that? There's a whole video. All I'm gonna do is tell you to go watch what I already made. There's a whole video on patterning. Why is patterning important when decorating and ornamenting and doing all of the things to your Christmas tree? It's important because whether you have 6 ornaments or whether you have 26 ornaments, it doesn't matter. If you know how many you have, like 6 or 3, you're not ever going to run out of ornaments because you're gonna know where to put them. You're doing it in a pattern. Only 3? No problem. I promised I have different colored ornaments, but I'm gonna continue on in the same palette, adding in a little mercury. This is shatterproof. She's so pretty. I have these beautiful snowflake ornaments. These are dripping ornaments. Some ornaments, as you can see, dance on the branch, just like me, and some of them drip right off the branch. And this is a dripper. She's etched. She's gorgeous. She's a special ornament. What is a special ornament? You know, these uniform ornaments, they're beautiful, they create cohesiveness, we love them and we need them. The special ornament is the one that commands. The ribbon was owning this tree. And you were. But the ribbon was owning the tree, and all of a sudden I put in what I'm gonna call my special, and the special just is like, here I come. Creating my pattern all throughout my tree. These ornaments have some weight to them, so make sure when you attach an ornament that is heavier, what's that going to be? Mercury glass? Remember when those were like all the rage, these heavy glass ornaments, and you were like, you put them in the tree and the whole tree went like this? Those are definitely made for an artificial tree. Make sure you put those heavier ornaments on a branch that is one of the more weighted branches, or on one of these branches that all the other branches come out on like that. I've got about 8 special ornaments in the tree, and I'm gonna call 8 enough. Why? Because I guess the word special alluded that those were the pricier ornaments, and I'm gonna let 8 be enough. This came in a set of red, green, and like pearl, and I only have 3, but they're going in. Doesn't matter how many you have, it's where you place them in your pattern. It was pretty, it needed to be in there. I'm keeping my money where I can see it. Close to the top of the tree. If you only have a handful of expensive ornaments, if you're like the special or not a plenty, just keep them where you can see it. I wear Vans, but my nice stuff is always, it's gonna always be right up here. It's just the way it's gonna be. You're never gonna see me in fancy shoes. I'm going in with my picks because I want all of this eucalyptus to be uniform throughout the tree so that I can place the last of my ornaments. I wanna see this texture all the way down. And to do that, I'm just gonna eye it because the tree now has its own personality. There are certain spots that just don't need this because I've already filled them up with my biggest ornaments. We're recreating your birth. Okay, right out of the box, this is how it came. Out of the box it came and it looked like this. I feel like that replicates the birth. Okay, that's the birth of the pick. Pick comes like this. That is not what you paid for. Shaking it's fun over someone you don't like. It's like a glitter baptism, also fun. you have to release your pick. You have to open it up to get your money's worth, and that you have to do that. Then you could, if you just shoved it in like this, you're still downplaying the pick. You have to pop that pick, pop the pick. I'm gonna pop it, but I'm gonna get a little bit of a bend, and the bend is gonna hold it in the tree. And if you just got it out of the box and you didn't do any of that, you're not gonna get any of this. I'm not patterning right now. I'm putting them wherever I think they need to go based on my previous pattern. If I put these in first, pattern. But these are now filling voids and balancing texture. You have a job to do here. It's the texturizer. Every single time you decorate your Christmas tree, it should kind of feel like that. That kind of joy, those butterflies, like the very first date, that's how it should feel. No two trees, I don't think should look the same. Everything should have a little bit of a different dynamic, feel different, feel unique, because they are. That's why if you're trying to duplicate somebody else's look and it doesn't look just like theirs, it's okay, because it's yours. Some of my picks have been cut into smaller pieces. So I was like, some of my picks were garlands. This is called inventory. You have a lot of Christmas decorations. You don't have to buy a new thing every single year. What if you just got one new thing every year? You don't have to replace your decor every year. This season, we're all about taking what we have and breathing some new life into it. It's one of the trends. It's probably the most important one, because you don't have to be like from the start. You just have to be like, I just found that perfect thing. You're always perfect. I can't wait for you to look at the things you already own differently this season and be like, I'm gonna take that and then I'm gonna add this and make that. I cannot wait to see what you make. Light blue glass. Now all the blue is gonna make sense, not only in the flecks of the tweed. So I'm gonna bring this color in, and this whole tree is gonna take a little bit of a different shape, and it's gonna look right at home. Pine cones kissed in glitter. Everything is better kissed in glitter, and you can't tell me otherwise. This is gonna bring in the brown that I added when I had the top put together, and we are in the home stretch. I'm kind of intentionally not putting anything near my giant finial because I don't want anything to take away from the giant finial. The end is just the beginning. The whole point of having all of this fun is to protect our December. Christmasers, that's what we're doing here at Christmaser University. I'm Jeanna Loves Christmas. If you have questions, DM me on Instagram. That's where you're gonna find me, because that's what I know how to use. If you are up late and need to hang out with me, binge watch my YouTube channel, because there's so much here for you. Like, I just can't stop. Thank you for Christmasing with me today.